dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Open enrollment for health plans can be a confusing time of year for many Kentuckians, but this year state officials hope an old online system made new again will make things easier. WYMT's Zach Hawk has more on what the marketplace will look like.
Connect originally came out of the Affordable Care Act in 2010, but was not available for Kentuckians until 2014. The service was removed in 2015, but is back thanks in part to federal dollars.
It's not just refurbished, it's actually reconnecting to plans other than just Medicaid.
The system will allow Kentuckians to access and compare state-managed healthcare options.
This cuts the time in half on average for application times, which is a benefit to Kentuckians. More choice, more plans, and again, one location.
For 2022 coverage, Kentuckians should see more options than the federal marketplace offered.
You can make sure that you're choosing a health plan that's got local providers. You can punch in, this is my OBGYN, this is my primary care, and shop only for plans that cover all of those people locally.
And connectors will still be available to help with every step of the process.
Somebody sent me a text this morning to update their income, and I could do that easily, and it didn't take much time out of their day or mine.
Program officials take pride in keeping the program in state.
The other big benefit is the Connect call center, which has nice people in Kentucky who answer the phone, and that we have a resolution center in Kentucky where the end of the game is in Frankfort.
You can compare plans starting October 15th, and they will be available to shop on November 1st. Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Connect officials say that anybody in Kentucky could benefit from checking out the program and seeing what is available. The COVID positivity rate in the Commonwealth continues to decline slowly, and we now have one county in our coverage area in the yellow zone. That's Morgan County. Wayne County also continues to be in the orange zone, but most of the state is still red. Governor Beshear announced 2,358 new cases of COVID today, increasing the statewide total to 717,245. There were 34 new deaths, bringing the death toll to 9,184. The positivity rate is now a little more than 8%. You can always find the latest COVID information on our website at WYMT.com. Hospitals saw an extremely low number of flu and RSV cases last season because of the efforts to reduce COVID cases. WYMT's Jade Saylor spoke with healthcare workers on the uptick in cases they are already seeing this year.
September to March is typically when flu and RSV cases spike, but in 2020, doctors saw the exact opposite in numbers they normally do.
It was kind of spectacular that we really didn't have any of our usual sick little kids with RSV and the flu.
In a year consumed with slowing the spread of COVID-19, other respiratory illnesses were almost non-existent.
All of the COVID-19 mitigating strategies that were used to limit the COVID-19 spread limited the spread of everything.
But as COVID precautions are wearing off, viruses like RSV started spiking as early as July. Pediatrician Major Rehas says kids born before COVID may not have the same immunity as those before.
It's very possible that people who have not been in the community and having the usual amount of exposure, when they're confronted with fresh exposure, it could be a little bit more severe.
Upticks in respiratory diseases like flu and RSV are expected.
It really is kind of reintroducing our bodies to the types of pathogens that are typically circulating in our communities.
Christy Green says they are already seeing increasing influenza numbers, and they are likely going to be higher than 2019.
I would encourage anyone that normally takes the flu vaccine to definitely take that flu vaccine this year. If you've not ever taken the flu vaccine, this might be a year to consider it.
Healthcare workers say the best thing you can do is continue washing your hands, stay home when you're sick, and get vaccinated. Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Christy Green says you can receive your COVID-19 vaccine and flu vaccine close together or even at the exact same time.
Seeing a decrease in the cloud cover as we went through the afternoon and evening hours on our Tuesday. And that's actually setting some of us up for a pretty nice sunset out there. Camera from the University of Virginia Ed Wise. You see those clouds slowly working on out through the day. And I think we're in for a pretty good sunset across the region. A few more of those clouds here at our Buffalo Mountain camera in Perry County, but I think we're in for a pretty nice sunset here too, as some of those lower clouds get the sunlight on them as the sun goes down. 73 right now, by the way, at the Buffalo Mountain area. Highs, upper 70s, low 80s in places where it cleared out quickly. Others, Harlan didn't even make it to 70 today, and neither did Jonesville. Temperatures right now, we talked about 73 in Hazard, still in the upper 70s across the Cumberland Valley, but we're pretty cool across parts of the Cumberland Valley as well. We are dry for the most part, clouds working out, so we'll continue to see some of those mostly cloudy skies in some spots as we head through tonight. Otherwise, partly cloudy with those lows down in the low 60s. More changes on the way in the forecast, though. I'll have those details coming up in just a bit. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. Kentucky's 3rd District Congressman has announced his current term will be his last. John Yarmuth announced his retirement will follow the end of his 8th term in Congress in January 2023. Yarmuth has been serving in Congress as Kentucky's 3rd District representative since 2007, defeating Republican Ann Northup then by nearly 6,000 votes in the 2006 general election. The newly elected Kentucky Community and Technical College System president is on a listening tour across the state, wanting to better understand the college's needs and meet people in different communities. WYMT's Dakota Makris talked with the president about what recommendations he is hearing from faculty, staff, and community members.
A 6-chain campus tour across the Bluegrass as KCTCS President Dr. Paul Zarapata holds his I'm All Ears listening tour.
Getting feedback from elected officials, college faculty and staff, community members, business and industry.
As college leaders plan their strategic visions for 2022 through 2026.
We always want to make sure that we are serving our local community, that we are offering the programs that they want to see, and that we are offering programs that will help our local business and industry leaders and will help grow the workforce.
And that begins with the 4 areas: equitable, agile, responsive, streamlined.
Each college has its unique community and a unique voice. It's important to me that they maintain that, but that as a system we still march in the same direction, maybe do a little bit of a different tune.
Discussing topics like diversity and inclusion along with workforce education and training.
People can't find workers, they're not finding people that'll show up. The people that do show up are, just not showing up again the next day, and so there's a lot of frustration there.
One topic he says has come up at many of his stops is staffing concerns with nurses.
We've got a huge pipeline to fill, so that means that we've got to start really working on that pipeline, and part of that just is attracting the faculty to teach it. We've got limits on how many students can go to each faculty member.
The president says he has 9 stops left on his tour. In Perry County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
It is also the 4th year Hazard Community and Technical College is participating in Tree Week. The college partners with the University of Kentucky along with other communities. Educators say they want to teach their communities more about the environment and how they can embrace it. Earlier today, staff at HCTC, along with the system president, planted a Green Gable black gum tree outside of the First Federal Center.
We work with their Urban Forest Initiative to offer programming and activities for tree weeks across the state.
The college is offering hiking, talks, and the opportunity to adopt a tree. Tree Week runs through the 16th. A recently released audit from State Auditor Mike Harmon's office found thousands of dollars are missing in one eastern Kentucky county. While officials say the 2019 audit of the Estill County Fiscal Court showed multiple issues, the one involving the missing money will be sent to the Kentucky Attorney General's office for further investigation. In the document, officials say nearly $6,000 of fees from the county animal shelter and $300 from the Senior Citizen Center, quote, may have been stolen or misappropriated and was undetected by management, unquote. You can see the audit and the findings on our website at WYMT.com. Hospitals in Kentucky counties with a population less than 50,000 will soon be eligible to apply for a new loan program. The governor's office announced the Kentucky Rural Hospital Loan Program is going to offer $20 million in low-interest loans. The funds will be able to help with upgrading facilities, increasing staff, and providing new services. A new tradition kicks off in Harlan County tonight. The first ever annual Believers Music Fest is taking place at the Harlan Center. The four-day event showcases gospel music talent from across the Southeast. Event organizer Tim Goshen says this was supposed to kick off last year, but even with the delay, he and his fellow artists are excited to see this day finally come.
It's an event with we had 30 artists signed up, but we're down to about 25 now. So 25 artists over a 4-day period. We're excited, looking forward to it. We've been hoping that we could get this going for the last several months, and finally, well, it's here, so we're looking forward to it.
Goshen says the music will begin this evening and will continue each morning at 10. We will have more on the event tonight at 11. In 1999, a well-known Kentucky boxer opened a gym to keep kids in the Pikeville area off the streets, teaching them to hit their goals one swing at a time. Now, nearly a decade after his death, that gym is coming back to life with a little faith and the support of a Pikeville church. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about the return to the ring.
It is a new beginning.
God wants to do something in that place.
To carry on an old story.
And this place is only here because of Mayfield. Like, we're really standing on his shoulders and his vision.
When Mayfield Pennington returned to Pikeville, after fighting his way into the boxing world, he felt called to fight for the kids of his hometown.
It don't matter what it is. Whatever failure they are, you get knocked down, you gotta get back up, you can't stay down.
Creating a place in 1999 to bring broken pieces back together.
Everybody kind of started coming here. Eventually, it became a place of hope for people who were struggling, had no other place to go.
With lessons that went far beyond the punching bags.
He was a person of faith, and so he was pouring in, he was really discipling and encouraging, inspiring these people that were coming here thinking they were just learning to be a boxer, and they were actually learning about life.
Pennington died in a car crash in 2013, and the gym died out shortly after. But now, as New Beginnings Fellowship Church works to renovate the space,
really it's his continued legacy.
A mission born from the heart of Mayfield's former student, Jody Brown, Pastor Jared Arnett says they plan to keep a lot of things true to the original.
Every person that walks through these doors has their own personal battle line, like the Goliath, the thing in their life that feels unbeatable.
Bringing the youth in the community to the battle line.
Build a support, a community to help these kids, like, not pretend it doesn't exist, not to ignore Goliath, but like, we're going to face this thing.
To always keep Mayfield's story in the back of their minds.
This is a story God's writing, not us. We got all kinds of dreams, and we're taking it one day at a time right now.
Not pulling any punches when it comes to preparing them for the future. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The space was rented by the church for the last 5 years as the program has grown, but after buying the property this summer, they are working to restore and renovate the space with big plans for the future of the ministry. Grammy-winning artist Richard Marx will be coming to Prestonsburg next year. Mountain Arts Center officials announced on the MAC Facebook page that an acoustic evening with Richard Marx will be on March 27th, 2022 as part of his Limitless tour. He had a string of top 20 hits in the late 1980s and early 90s. Tickets go on sale Friday.
And if you like warm and dry weather, enjoy the next few days while you can, because more showers are on the horizon. I'll have the latest coming up.
And how a local business is wanting to help the community by handing out free meals.